Cyndi Lauper leads White House press briefing prior to the historic gay marriage bill signing.
Hi, I just want to tell you, I came here because I wanted to say thank you to President Biden, Speaker Pelosi, Vice President Harris, and all the advocates and his team for once, our families, mine and a lot of my friends and people you know, sometimes your neighbors, we can rest easy tonight because our families are validated and because now we're allowed to love who we love, which sounds odd to say, but Americans can now love who we love. And bless Joe Biden and all the people that worked on this for allowing people not to worry and their children not to worry about their future. Thank you, and thank you for being supportive, and hey, I will sing out to you. Thank you very much.
Well, Cyndi Lauper dropped in on the White House press briefing room on Tuesday, then performed her 1986 hit True Colors before President Biden signed legislation codifying the legality of same-sex and interracial marriage across America. Lauper, who is 69 years old, told surprise reporters that she was glad that gay and lesbian couples will be assured of their eligibility for nuptials under the Respect for Marriage Act. The House of Representatives passed the marriage bill 258 to 169 last week, with 39 House Republicans voting in favor. The Senate passed the bill 61 to 36 in late November, with 12 Republican supporters. The law signed Tuesday repealed the 1996 Defense of Marriage Act that banned federal recognition of same-sex marriages, denying the conveyance of federal benefits, including Social Security and immigration status. And what a great moment. Cyndi Lauper is a tremendous advocate for our community. She has sung that song in so many different ways. I've seen her do it multiple times. It has become an LGBT anthem. Cyndi Lauper has talked about in the writing of the song that it was inspirational in terms of the rainbow iconic embracement for the LGBTQ community and of allowing your true colors to shine through. And so it was beautiful that she started in the press room. She did that before she performed at the signing ceremony. And I just think a beautiful moment of a representation of allyship. It was not an LGBT voice to say, wait, the entire LGBTQ community is celebrating, and you're getting ready to see the who's who of advocates in America standing out on that lawn. But we, as allies, are right there with you. And that's what Cyndi Lauper represented in the press briefing room.
And how dope is she that she could just drop in on the White House? Well, I was just driving by. I figured, let me come and say what's up and say thank you, you know. Look, she looked amazing. Didn't she look amazing? Like, I'm turning everything into a gay word now. She just looked incredible. And that song, True Colors, it really, like, here's the thing. When I was a little girl, I was like 6 or 7 when a Girls Just Want to Have Fun came out. So I would run all around the house singing that song. Right? And then when this song came out, I thought it was like Paul, a downer, right? I was like, oh, this song is kind of sad, right? That's funny. And then as an adult coming out and hearing this song sung her way, because she sings it a little different when she's singing it to us, right? All of a sudden I would just start bawling and crying because I really felt the essence of True Colors. I'm getting chills right now thinking about it. I don't think there would have been anybody more perfect than Cyndi Lauper to do that.
There's not many. And when you read, you know, that the song came out in 1986, and if you remember, in 1986, everyone was dying from AIDS.
Oh my God, you're right.
And she wrote that song then, and I remember when that song came out, and I remember it was like that hope. So to see her, you know what, even if she was driving by and she was on her way to the supermarket and she decided to drop in.
She was on her way for a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah.
But something's going on at the White House.
Right. See? Right. But for Cyndi of all people to go, you know what, this is that important that I'm going to be there. Right. When people like Cyndi Lauper, these icons, can be anywhere in the world and they choose to be there for us and to continue to lend their voice, to me, it's like, everything.
You know, I've interviewed Cyndi Lauper before, and she is truly genuine. She is one of those people like, and this, it wasn't even about gay stuff. It was like to promote one of her family shows on VH1. But she is so loyal to our community, you know, and I have a feeling I didn't have to tell her I was gay. I kind of have a feeling she could just, you know.
She could smell it on you.
She could smell the gay on me, yeah.
No.
But she was wonderful, and she was warm and welcoming.
Yeah.
You'll find out later.
I just got really red.
My dad and I saw her in Vegas. She was opening for Cher, another good friend of mine and my dad's who we've hung out with. But when she performed True Colors at the MGM Grand Garden, so it was like a huge 13,000, 15,000 people crowd. Everybody was singing along, and she had come out. She was sitting like on the edge of the stage, and it was like right after Pride Month. It was like 4th of July week, so it was just so moving, and it was so amazing. That said, I think it really would have been funnier if she would have performed She Bop yesterday
Wow.
at the White House.
Yeah. No.
Because it's
Just talk.
Unbelievable.
Dan,
Well, I gotta
Dan,
say-
just say anything.
it's about the batch.
If
You
we're
want to
gonna
talk about Miami tourism?
Well, you know what? Yeah, if we're going to drop venues, we're going to start dropping names and venues. I
Not
heard
gay
that song
bop,
performed at the Adrian R Center and talk about
Miami,
In
folks.
Miami, yeah. So please visit
Was that-
MiamiLGBTQ.com for more information.
Was that at the Cher concert, or was she standalone?
Standalone. It was brilliant,
And
brilliant.
I saw at Amway in Orlando the concert that John's talking about, and to be honest, and many of my hardest, my most loyalist gay friends always get mad at me when I tell this story. I've seen Cher many times in concert, front row many times, invited, wonderful experiences. The one time Cher was not the star was the Cyndi Lauper opening, which is that concert, because in the big arena, Cher was just having some trouble in being able to keep up with a venue that size, because that was like 35,000, 40,000. And Cyndi Lauper just knocked it out of the park. And I will never forget, I've seen her a couple of times, but in that moment, she was like in the peak of her game. This was maybe 10 years ago that she did that concert with Cher. And she did True Colors, and it was just like she knocked it out of the park. And so when I watched that yesterday, it was amazing. And by the way, one other thing that we should say about yesterday, in addition to her, Sam Smith wasn't so bad either. He did a pretty good job.
Sam Smith loves poppers.
Yes. Oh, does he?
Yeah, no, he's really outspoken about it. I'm not lying, folks. Okay, you know I would never lie to you.
Wait, do you know your audience, gay men?
He's just like you.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ plus community.